Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. Mike for Hans here. Awesome. Check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. and welcome in everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this sunny Saturday afternoon here in Plattsburgh, New York at the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena, where your Plattsburgh State Cardinals are going up against the Red Dragons from Cortland in the SUNYAC semifinals, a rematch of last year's inaugural SUNYAC championship game. And for these Cardinals, took that 2-1 overtime loss. And it was a tough one here for the Cards. It was Elena Eichmann putting in the dagger for the Red Dragons to end that run for the Cards in overtime and take the inaugural SUNYAC championship for the Cortland Red Dragons. But more on this game after this. We're just going to send you down ice side right now for the singing of our national anthem. And so with action about to get underway here momentarily, going back to last year's championship game, these Cardinals this year are not going to be seeing Elena Eichmann, but who they will be seeing, who they've been familiar with this year, is last year's SUNYAC tournament MVP, Molly Gorgon. And man, she's back this year with a vengeance. She has been on a heater this season. It's been a great one for Gorgon, but for these Cardinals, they played each other 3 times this year. Cortland took the season series 2-1. They beat Plattsburgh on November the 8th at home, 2-0 shutout. Molly Gorgon's, that was her second of the year in only 3 games. But then they played a doubleheader here at the beginning of February, end of January. Cortland took the first game in another Molly Gorgon shutout, but then Plattsburgh was able to take the 2-1 victory in regulation. But action about to get underway here, and an opening face-off there, won there by the Cardinals. And so in case you missed it, the starting lineups here, starting with the Red Dragons from Cortland, it is Kanie Mahoney, the sophomore out of Toronto, down the middle for these Red Dragons. Off to our right, it is Drew Kopek out of Rome, New York, and Fanny Annaborn out of Linköping, Sweden, down the left. And the defensive pairing here this afternoon for the Red Dragons, it is Delacourt and Persinger. And then in net, of course, is last year's SUNYAC tournament MVP, Molly Gorgon. And for your Cardinals, it is that second line. It's been working so far through the end of this year for Kevin Houle and these Cardinals. That is Molly Ridgey down the middle with May Olashansky and Kiera Wall to her right and left, respectively. And then that defensive pairing that has been so strong this season, Adriana Urban and the captain, Maddie Norton. And then in net for the Cards, per usual, making the succulent stop right there, it is Chloe Lewis. And so for these Cards, finished the year ranked number 10 in Division III hockey, a record of 18-6-1. In the SUNYAC, though, a strong second place finish for them, 14-3-1 in the conference. And for Cortland, though, number 8 ranked nationally, number 3 in the SUNYAC conference. Nice 17-4-4 on the year for them. And in the SUNYAC, they were 12-4-2. And so Cortland having a nice follow-up year to that SUNYAC winning campaign, as that shot in by Conlon just off the glove of Gorgon. And so early in this one, both teams getting some nice chances there on the doorstep, but each goaltender respectively making the easy stop. And for these Cardinals, ended the year very, very strong, as Gorgon there covering that one up so that no rebound attempt will be had here. Ended the season really strong, going on a 5-game win streak before losing at Williams in their final game of the regular season. And so maybe they can see this game as obviously it's important as ever, as that one almost pushed in by Prosick, 5-hole on Gorgon. But Gorgon, what a heads-up aware save to keep that puck out of the back of her own net. And for Gorgon, that is not something she wants to see here. She cannot let this Cardinal team go up early 1-0. That is not something she wants here in this one. And so Cardinals able to win another face-off, but ended the season strong, except for that loss at Williams. But in this SUNYAC tournament, it is a brand new slate. It is wiped clean here as Olshansky. Nice effort there to keep that one in, but just not in time, as the Cardinals are going off for a full change there. This one hit back, and the captain, Maddie Norton, able to hit that one around. And for Maddie Norton, she was named the first team all-conference this year in the SUNYAC. Led the way with 5 power play goals. Really impressive stuff this year by the senior captain out of Glen Carbon, Illinois, Maddie Norton. As Cortland tried to move that one down the middle, nothing happening there for them, however. It's hit back down. Giving chase to that one is Brown. She won't get there first. It'll come out to Mason Ruge. And Kaysen Ruge this year named all-rookie SUNYAC team. That one down the middle for Ruge. Fed to her on by Kiara Wall. Kiara Wall, though, making the second all-SUNYAC team this season. And rounding out the list for the Cardinals on awards this year, Tessa Morris also making the all-SUNYAC rookie team. Her campaign, 9 goals, 4 assists for 13 points this year. And even by Kaysen Ruge, 5 goals, 9 assists for 14 points. That line with Kasperzak down the middle, that third line for Kevin Hoole's Cardinals, has been a really impressively strong offensive line this season. That is a big part of why they are in the position they are in this afternoon. Morris tries to send that one around to Kasperzak. Kasperzak back down the middle for Morris, but that one just off a stick. Seemingly looked like that one tipped off the stick of Raymond. Francis, her attempt put wide. Francis now pressured there down below by Dinsmore and Iwinski. But Conlon able to get that one out over to Forsyth. Forsyth down the middle. That shot wide, and Francis can't get it through on net. So now Cortland moving this one back up. And for these Red Dragons, ended the year a bit shaky. Had a tough matchup against Oswego State in that final weekend of the season. They tied the first game against Oswego and lost the second one, both games going to overtime. Now Balfour, over to you. Her centering pass, no one there for it. Getting onto that one first and pushing it up and out of danger is Haley Hunter. Now a fight for it on the corner boards, down in this near corner. Prosick trying to poke it out, but it comes away to Cortland. That shot attempt right down the middle. Nothing happening there for Karakis. Now that centering pass just a bit out of the reach there of Kopech. McLean, nice pressure there. Looking to take that puck away. Can't quite get it done, however, and so Cortland will reset a little bit here. Cortland pushing this one ahead, trying to skate through the middle. Nothing happening there, though. Nice attempt, though, by Mahoney. That one sent back down. Gorgon will have to play it, so no icing called here. A little bit of a spill there by Iwinski. Urban able to keep that one in. Here's Wall trying to go behind the net. Can't beat out Dinsmore for that puck, however. Norton will get to that one first. Urban sends it down to Wall. Wall trying to get around two. Can't quite get past the captain there. And now a stoppage in play. That puck coming out. And so we will have a face-off now in the neutral zone. But a nice job there by Mia Lasnik, the captain for these Cortland Red Dragons, the senior out of Olean, New York. But now Kasperzak bringing that one right back down and in. Pressured there by Delacourt. She tried to move that one inside, but Persinger on that puck one first. Norton, pressured there by Lasnik. Lasnik, a great two-way forward. She puts on the brakes, gets it to Brown. Brown's shot off the shoulder of Lewis. And so Lewis, after facing a first shot early, she'll get a crack at it here. Delacourt able to keep that one in. Cortland unable to do anything with it. And so Chloe Lewis standing strong here early through one. Urban looking to make something happen there. Finds Kasperzak. Kasperzak trying to move three. She gives it to Morris for help. Now Delacourt moving that one ahead, trying to do anything with that. Was Diem, but Diem unable to control it. Now here's Morris trying to move that one ahead to Balfour, but stepping in that way of that one was Reisanen. That shot by Drayson, saved there. Drayson, nice takeaway. Here's Drayson back behind the net. Balfour gives pressure. Here's Karakis. Loses an edge. Urban trying to fight back for that one against Reisanen. Reisanen shot off the body of Urban. Now Morris finally able to poke that one out of the Cardinals' end. Cortland just electing to dump that one in. Forsyth, though, being pressured there by Hunter. And so a little bit of miscommunication here early for the Cards down in their own end. Finally able to come out. Here is McLean, one-on-one with Gorgon, but Gorgon shuts the door. Nice save there. Senior Molly Gorgon looking to keep it maybe a perfect 2 for 2. She won MVP last year. She has a show here tonight, and Cortland can win it, looking for MVP number 2 years in a row. But for Molly Gorgon, a great season this year, 15-4-4, only allowed a little over a goal a game and a .949 save percentage. Great season, another great season by Molly Gorgon. Now here's Cho, sending that one over. Nice to keep it in there by Persinger. Persinger on the puck, over to Delacourt. Delacourt, her shot in, never got through. Nice use of the body there by May Olshansky. Olshansky just sends that one in. She goes off for the change. And retrieving that one is Delacourt. Here's Urban. Getting it to Morris, and Morris moving it up ahead to Kasperzak. Kasperzak trying to get around that defense of Rysanen and Zwolak. They can't do it. Sent around. Norton, first one there to it for the Cards. Has help from Kasperzak. Rysanen, nice takeaway. Can't get it past Urban, however. But finally able to poke it out and move it ahead is Kramer. Kramer, though, loses an edge. And now Norton back on the puck for the Cards. Norton ahead to Rugi. Rugi, though, just sends that one in as she goes off for the full change. That one up ahead, Balfour. Nice takeaway there by Francis, but a good possession by Drayson. Now Norton flipping that one up ahead. Doesn't get past Dinsmore. Now trying to get away from that one is Iwinski. Has to send it back down. First one on that was Conlon. Nice effort to keep that one in by Forsyth. Forsyth again, a great attempt, great effort to keep that one in from Iwinski. But Dinsmore retreats for that one, tries to move it up ahead, but just too many Cardinals there in the way. But now here's Drayson. Drayson trying to get past Balfour. They'll meet in the corner. McLean there able to poke it away. Puck on the stick of Forsyth. Balfour didn't see that one. Forsyth finally able to poke it to her successfully. Now Balfour stretches that one out to McLean. McLean, though, just sends that one in. She goes off for a change over into the hands of Ella Facette. Here's Facette behind the net looking for the centering pass. No one out in front, however. And a nice takeaway there by the Red Dragons. Cortland fighting for it in the near corner. Takeaway there by Facette, able to get it onto the stick of Olashansky. Flipping it ahead now to Cho. Here's Cho down the middle, just over the bar. Sue and Cho, who had a great season this year, her and So Young Yu, that third line pairing on the defense. Sue and Cho, 2 goals, 6 assists, 8 points this year. That defensive pairing has been a surprise and a key factor into why these Cardinals had the success that they had, especially on the defensive end. Their defensive depth this season has been key and critical. And so the girl from Alabama getting things done here in the North Country. Now there's Urban. Urban able to come away with it. Getting it up to Rugi, who leaves it for Ridgie. Sent down in the corner, nothing happening there. But now down the middle, Rugi, though, couldn't quite connect on that shot attempt. Here's Urban, nice takeaway. She's got Rugi on the near side, now she moves down the middle. Rugi taken out there. Good defensive stop by Rysanen. Now Norton just sends that one in. But that'll be coming right back down. Icing is called. And so a smooth moving first here at the Ronald B. No team really taking momentum or control in either offensive possessions they've had. A lot of neutral zone play here. But as you'd expect from two teams who are as hard-nosed and disciplined as these two you're watching here on the ice. Morris able to get that one to Norton. Norton shot right into the glove of Molly Gorgon. And these two teams, they're ranked both top 10 in the nation for a reason. This whole conference, where you have number one Oswego right there in the top 5. But it just shows you how tough this SUNYAC conference is, not only when it comes down to the tournament, but just in the regular season in general. This conference produces champions. As Forsyth's shot, that one seemingly went off the stick of Persinger. Forsyth able to keep that one in, down to Francis. Francis trying to move in, but a great stop there by Kayla Persinger, the junior out of Lewistown, New York. What a defensive stop for her. Now here's Facette trying to move down the middle, but she ran into Prosick. Flipping that one ahead is Drayson. Lewis had to come out of her net to play that one, but nice pressure here by the Red Dragons. And so Cortland trying to take a stand in this one, trying to tilt the ice in their favor. That hit the fans not happy about, but no call there. And now here's Facette. Facette, though, can't get anything done. And so offsides here for the Cardinals. Now we'll have a face-off right outside that Cortland bench. And for Cortland head coach Rick Filigera, in his 9th year with the Red Dragons, he's looking for that back-to-back SUNYAC tournament championship. Didn't like how his girls ended the year in Oswego, but they took that as a learning experience and just as an attempt to get themselves ready for this SUNYAC tournament. They saw it as a challenge that they couldn't quite necessarily overcome, but they took that into this week's practice, were able to fix the mistakes that they thought they had made out there in Oswego. But they showed, we're able to take this top team throughout 3 periods. It's just in the overtime we aren't able to overcome that mountaintop, as that one called for an icing coming back down the ice. And so for head coach Rick Filigera, he sees this year as the opportunity to, if they do end up seeing Oswego in the championship game, to take that as a peak, and if they can do that, really carry momentum into the national tournament. But for Kevin Houle and these Cardinals, even though they are the higher seed in this one, sort of coming in looking like the underdog. Unable to take the championship game last year as Facette gets this one to Urban. An Urban shot, nice use of the body block there by Kira Cook. And so sort of seen as the underdogs because they lost that inaugural championship last year in this building to the Red Dragons in overtime. And so Kevin Houle and these Cardinals want to prove that last year was just a fluke. They can come back this year. They feel stronger. They feel more confident. And they can come back in this one, take that momentum that they had at the end of the year, forget about that Williams loss, as that one tried to be pushed in near post by Lasnik. Nothing happening there for her. And use this year as an opportunity to say, hey, we don't need to face you in the championship because we feel we can beat better. And so we'll see if they can do just that, get the win here, and move on to the championship next weekend. But on the other side of the bracket, in the 1-4 game, Oswego State and Cortland in that one. Oswego State heavily favored in that matchup, expected to win there favorably. And so seemingly after last year's inaugural championship was held here in Plattsburgh, maybe this year's will be held in Oswego. But do not count out those Canton Roos. Canton having a strong end to their season, able to just hold on, get that 4th spot in the SUNYAC tournament. But they were able to do a nice job with it, get to this point, and they see themselves as the true underdogs. They see themselves as Oswego might come in there, take you not as seriously as they should, and so get out to an early lead, try to make something happen there, and really pull an upset. As now here's Prosick moving through the middle, Balfour calling for that one. Now McLean out in front, had that one on a tee, but just couldn't commit to the shot. And so the best effort of the afternoon here for the Cardinals comes up blank. But Kira Wall coming right back down, looking for Facette down the middle, trying to find McLean, but that pass couldn't connect. A Cortland Red Dragon had gotten their stick down in time, and there, Delacourt pushes Wall into Gorgon, knocks the net off its stanchions. And so a stoppage in play here makes sure Wall and Gorgon are okay after that one. And so an exciting day of SUNYAC women's hockey action. But later in the evening, starting at 7 o'clock, it'll be the men's tournament action where your Cardinals will be playing down in Cortland. Rematch of last year's championship on the men's SUNYAC side. And then a nice one happening again, Oswego State also hosting their men's match. They are going against the red-hot Buffalo State Bengals. Buffalo State, a great offensive year this year, able to get that third seed on the men's SUNYAC side. This one down the middle, here's Wall and scores! Kiara Wall, the all-SUNYAC second team member, gets the scoring started here for the Cards in this one to put them up early, 1-0 lead. And Kiara Wall, what a nice effort by her off this one. The pass from the corner, Kiara Wall wide open down the middle, just able to slip that one past Gorgon. And Kiara Wall, 5 goals on the year this season, gets her first in this year's SUNYAC tournament. And so the Cards have the nice 1-0 lead here late in the first period. And that's exactly what Kevin Houle was looking for out of his Cardinals. And it is that starting line this evening, or excuse me, this afternoon, that gets the first goal for the Cardinals. And it was great work all around. Molly Ridgey able to poke that one out from the corner, get it onto the stick of Olashansky, who just finds what awareness and vision by Olashansky to find Kiara Wall down the middle. And Kiara Wall, fake to her left, goes back right and puts it right through Gorgon. And so as this first period comes to a close, that is your score here. Thank you to Kiara Wall. Your Cardinals are up by a score of 1-0. They also lead in the shots on goal department 9-5. And this is exactly the start that Kevin Houle wanted. This is where the Cardinals are their strongest in this first period. Get out to the early lead, really set the tone, and now you can do that coming out of the second intermission. You can really get that done. You can really come out, set the momentum for the second period, and hopefully carry that through the rest of the game here, because this is a game you knew was going to be low scoring. This is a game you know is going to be a hard-fought victory if you're going to come away with it. But now I'll introduce you to the second member of our team this afternoon, Michael Merced, who's down on ice side, standing by with the goal scorer, Kiara Wall. Michael, take it away.
Late in the period, after an all-defensive period, what was the opener for you to get that score?
It was a great play by my line mates. They both went into a battle in the corner, came out with it. I was really hoping they saw me because all the Cortland players kind of like shifted down low, so I was pretty much wide open, and May's a great passer, saw me, hit me, and put it in. So great play all around.
With 3 games against this Cortland team this season, this being the 4th, do you think that this first period is reflective of how well you two teams know each other?
Yeah, obviously it's like a rivalry. Like we see this team a lot throughout the season. We both just give it like 100% every time we see each other. I think, it's always a good game with them, and it was a great period both ways. So, it's just another game against them, and we got to take it to them the next two.
All right, thank you so much for your time. Good luck in the rest of the game.
Thank you.
And that is all we have for this first period of SUNYAC's semifinal action. Don't go anywhere because more is coming your way right after the break.
Are you bored of waiting around and doing nothing just like we are? Well, join Ski Club because one day we'll actually get some snow on the ground and start skiing.
Film Club is a place where people who like movies and want to discuss movies can watch and discuss with other people with the same interest. We meet in Yelcom 205 at 5 p.m.
I agree. I think it's absolutely kind of ridiculous, only because those are essential products that we kind of needed to survive.
I was thinking about, a lot of people think that the men are the money makers, like no boundaries that are put against us.
I've always been interested in Fuerza. I think even since I was a sophomore in high school, this club specifically just caught my eye because I felt like it was home. I felt like it was somewhere I belonged. And since day one of being here, it's literally been a family. We always try our best to include everyone and anyone in our discussions, in our meetings.
I wanted to join Fuerza because I really liked how it was a community, and we call ourselves a family, but it really is a family. And we try to include everyone on campus and just be more inclusive and educational at the same time while having fun.
Club International has been of great help to me as an international student because it has allowed me to be introduced to new people from different cultures. Representation matters and we know how to show it right because at every festival we make sure not only to include representation of one but that of many different countries. And that is why I am proud to be a part of Club International.
Club International!
To me, the gym means discipline.
The gym for me is part of who I am.
The gym is time to myself.
The gym to me is a place where I can come and clear my mind.
Find out what the gym means to you. The SUNY Plattsburgh gym at Memorial Hall has the perfect facilities for your fitness needs. From lifting rooms to basketball courts, if you're looking to have a good time or trying to get a workout in, visit Memorial Gym.
The purpose of our club is to inform all of our members about what it takes to get into grad school and how to be successful in doing so. What I like most about our club is just how excited everyone is to learn new things and figure out things that maybe we wouldn't be taught during class or on the outsides of school. And in one word that I would use to describe our club would definitely be collaborative, because everyone always has something new to say, to advise someone else, and it's just a fun and exciting environment.
Up. I'm Angel Velasquez.
And I'm Benny Nazai.
I'm Jody Juliana Powell.
I'm Pat Pfeiffer.
Nick Cabrera.
Jamie Goodrow.
I'm Joe Mason.
I'm Marcel Gibbs.
I'm Zeb Duchamp. I'm Ryan Nesta.
Bruce Juno.
Seals. This has been Edward Belarjan.
I'm Quasi Gittins.
John Carduello.
To stay up to date with PS News and all of Plattsburgh State TV, be sure to follow Plattsburgh State TV on all social media platforms.
I want to welcome you to yet another version of After Hours here on PSTV.
And welcome to another installment of Talk Nerdy to Me.
You look excited.
Yeah.
I'm freezing.
I'm Lauren Weiss.
And I'm Kyle Bryant. Let's take a look at today's top stories.
2 minutes of the finest in news that you need to know about.
And now it's time for a PSTV News special report.
Score scores! With 2 seconds left!
Welcome to the new and improved Memorial Hall. Located across from the Myers Art Building and opened on February 17, 2024, this is a fitness oasis. Equipped with memorabilia from old and new, a main gym, rec gym, and rock wall, there is something here for everyone.
Redoing Memorial Hall was really important because now we have all new fitness equipment and new rooms and new training rooms for our student athletes.
Come on down and see what us Cardinals are chirping about.
The after evening show with Andrew Spurgeon. Hi, how are you? No, this is Sauced and Simmered.
Host of the second season of Sauced and Simmered. This is the second seasoning. With Sauced and Simmered, the second seasoning, the Thanksgiving episode. Man, this wine pasta got me crunk, dog. And for y'all, I'm making a pumpkin pie. So, 3 shots of vodka. Julian!
It's in the bowl.
No! What the f***'s going on with the eggs? You think we just dump it in?
You don't want to see what this looks like.
That's the eggshell.
It doesn't smell that bad.
He got knobbed. Turn the cameras off.
Looking to get outside and enjoy some fresh air? The Saranac River Trail is a great way to take in the scenery and get some exercise. Situated along the Saranac River, the trail starts at the SUNY Plattsburgh campus and ends up at Peace Point Park on Lake Champlain. The 2.5-mile long trail is paved and offers a great space to run, jog, or bike. So get out and enjoy some exercise while taking in all the scenery Plattsburgh has to offer on the Saranac River Trail.
Warp Radio runs on Charter Channel 194, Campus Channel 10 here on campus. It gives Plattsburgh students an opportunity to be a radio DJ and see if that's something they have interest in for a future career path. You're listening to WARP, Charter Channel 194, Campus Channel 10, Plattsburgh, New York.
Just keep swimming to the TV. Let's put on PSTV. They have good programs such as Card Sports, Go Cards, and Table Talk. I'm feeling the news.
The Vermont State Police.
And Talk Nerdy to Me. Now that's student-made, professional-grade TV. Just keep swimming.
There's a lot that makes SUNY Plattsburgh special. I would say one of the first things is diversity. I've been able to immerse myself in so many different cultures. I have friends from so many different countries, and it's been really cool to learn about them and their stories. I also just think what's so special is how motivated all the students are. I found that
even though we're all so different, I feel like there's a very welcoming community here. And I feel like even though there's people of so many differences, I think that we can all connect on the same topics of the fact that we are together.
I'm at the library a lot, so I love the Feinberg Library. It's a nice little zen place, but once I'm done with my work, I'll usually go up to where Tim Hortons is and go hang out.
The Hub is a room in the Angel College Center, which is the student center for SUNY Plattsburgh, which stands for Honoring, Uniting, and Building. And it's a place where students of marginalized populations, minority groups, and anyone in general just can come in and enjoy, talk. There's a bunch of chairs and sometimes there are snacks. That's where the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion is housed, so you can always reach out to people from there in that office, and they always have events going on.
I would say student life at SUNY Plattsburgh is a lot different than other schools in the sense that we have a lot of those opportunities and we have a lot of different clubs and interests for other people.
If you want community, if you want connection, there's ample opportunity. I am particularly part of the biking club because I love being in nature and I love biking around. So there's a club called Biketopia, which I'm a part of. I'm a part of the cooking club, then there's a knitting club.
I think you should go to the involvement fair the first week in the school and just any activity on campus that interests you. You could always get a roommate or a group of friends to go and even just check it out. No one's gonna get mad if you don't come back, but doing the things that you wouldn't push yourself to do to begin with is how you're gonna get involved. That's what I did, and that's how I got this involved, is pushing myself out of my comfort zone.
Flyers, you see people tabling, like I said, and it's very fun to see all the cool things that are happening on campus in there.
We have club, intramural sports, or Division III sports. We have 18 teams, so it's very nice. You can go watch, or you could do club and organization events. We have cultural clubs, religion clubs, art, music, theater. We have major-based clubs, so like accounting, anything like that. They hold events all the time. You can easily join anything.
For a lot of students, we recognize that it's their first time away from homes. So for them to feel comfortable and find their crowd, find something that gives them comfort and does not allow them to feel.
And thanks everyone for staying with us. Second period about to get underway here at the Ronald B, where your Plattsburgh State Cardinals are leading the Cortland Red Dragons by a score of 1-0, thanks in part to Kiara Wall's effort in that final minute of the first, putting that goal in, leading this Cardinal team here into this second period with that 1-0 lead. But before we get you to more action here in this one, let's just give you an update from the other SUNYAC semifinal game happening in Oswego between the Lakers and the Canton Roos. Their second period about to get underway. The score there still knotted 0-0. Canton putting up a really good fight down over there in Oswego. But now let's send this back down ice side for the start of the second period. And so that face-off won there by Molly Ridgie. And for these Cardinals, that's exactly what they were looking for at the end of that period. It was a great tic-tac-toe play. Ridgie able to get it over to Olshansky, and Olshansky just finding Kiara Wall wide open in the slot, able to put that one home. And that's how we are at the 1-0 score here for the Cardinals through one in this SUNYAC semi-final game. And now here's Wall on the puck yet again, the goal scorer in this one. She's pressured there by Persinger, and Persinger has been having a great start to this game. Really been standing in that defensive spot. Very strong, very tough here through one. This puck sent down, and an icing will be called, so it's coming right back down into the Cortland end. And for these Red Dragons, maybe not what they were expecting, feeling they had more of the offensive momentum, more of the offensive time of possession in that opening period. But that's what you got to love about the game of hockey. Things can change on the flip of a dime here. And so all it takes is that one opportunity, that one great shot, and it changes everything here Nice takeaway there by Morris. And so now getting that stretch pass to Kasperzak. Here's Kasperzak down the middle, trying to fight off the pressure there defensively by Zwolak. But even though she wasn't able to get the goal, still an opportunity arises for the Cardinals, as it will be Jillian Zwolak, the senior out of Stony Creek, Ontario, headed to the box for 2. And so Kasperzak, great effort there on that opportunity. And now they get a golden chance here, already up 1-0. We'll get to see the Cardinals for the first time this afternoon on the power play. And for the Cardinals, they had a good chance. They had a decent power play this year, not what they were looking for, only 15% on the power plays, 14 of 91, a bit of a dip from the year previous. But that's what this SUNYAC tournament is all about, getting a new start. We'll see if they can get their power play going to start this SUNYAC tournament, see if they can carry that through, maybe sort of revive this power play when it really matters here in the end of your season, fighting for hardware. But now down on the ice, the players fighting for the puck there. It's finally able to come out to Olshansky, and Olshansky, her shot right into that big number 1 on the chest of Molly Gorgon. And for these Red Dragons, they're not a team that has been faced with a lot of second chances here. A team that hasn't really seen themselves go down first, but they are a team who has been known to make the often comeback. And so even though scoreboard 1-0 here, Urban gets that one over to Balfour, but Balfour taken out down the middle. That was a nice defensive stand by Drayson. This Cortland team is very capable of mounting a comeback, and 1-0 doesn't even seem that much of a lead to them. And so we'll see, though, how they can respond here in this second. Balfour, though, loses an edge. That puck still under her. Delacourt trying to poke it free. It's Rugi there for the Cardinals along with Ridgie. Balfour trying to poke it away, but it goes right onto the blade of Persinger. Now it's still fought for on these near boards. Finally, it comes away as the power play comes to a close. A great job on the kill there by the Red Dragons. Balfour fighting for it in the corner. Kopech there trying to give chase and finally able to come away with it. That shot from the top of the blue line, just wide there. And that shot pushed aside by Lewis. So Iwinski with a couple nice attempts there, nothing going through for her. Dinsmore, nice takeaway to push that one back into the Cardinal end. And now here's Urban. Tried to get that one up to Prosick, but Prosick, nothing happening there. Now Balfour trying to repossess that one for the Cards. Met there by Dinsmore. Comes all the way around. That shot by Zwolak. Nothing happening there. Is now moving ahead with the puck is McLean. Nice defense by Rysanen. Doesn't come past Cho. Here's Ridgie. Tried to get that one across to Olshansky, but that one off the skate of Brown. Here's Cho. Looking to move that one ahead. Will decide to just keep it back. Lasnik now giving pressure on Wall with the puck. Nice stand in the offensive zone by the Red Dragons, and Brown able to take it away. Dinsmore just sends it in. Here's Cho back on it. Brown trying to keep that one off the stick of Olshansky, but she's able to clear it down. But not enough time. That one's coming back down for an icing. So the Cardinals there looking to make a change. A few tired birds out there on the ice. but Plattsburgh just unable to get the clear off, just a bit too fast for Olshansky. And so now face off down here in this Plattsburgh end, stick side of Chloe Lewis. The ref's not liking something there down in the face-off circle. And for these cards, not able to do anything on that first power play here this afternoon. Seemingly their struggles from the regular season have carried over into this postseason. Ref still discussing things here. Discussing things with Cortland head coach Rick Filiguera. Finally, things are settled down now. And we'll get things back going once more. Nice face-off win by the Red Dragons. Red Dragons getting a little outpaced in the face-off circle. Plattsburgh with about a 60% win rate so far in this one. So now a fight for it on those cross ice boards. Finally able to poke it away to Olshansky. Reggie trying to move ahead on Persinger, but couldn't get anything done there. Now that's a nice stretch pass onto Kramer's stick. Kramer, though, pressured right there immediately by Forsyth. Forsyth able to push it around the horn. Couldn't find a teammate, but it's poked back out. She moves it ahead to Rugi. Rugi near side. Looking to get around that defensive pairing of Dinsmore and Iwinski. They're pressured down in the corner. Kasperzak able to pull it out. She'll move down the middle, trying to get that one onto the stick of Balfour, but Balfour just couldn't control and get a shot away in time. Now here's Morris. Morris down the middle to Kasperzak, and Kasperzak, no contact there. Forsyth down to Kasperzak. Kasperzak trying to go in down the slot, but nothing happening there. No breakaway opportunity here. Lewis will push that aside as Cortland goes off for the change. Now here's Kasperzak. Looking to move that one back down out of the zone, but it doesn't get past the two Red Dragons there on the near side. Kasperzak, nice kick away there to stop that puck from coming in on Chloe Lewis. There's a nice takeaway by Cortland again, trying to make that one-on-one breakaway opportunity work, that time with Drayson again, but just couldn't connect. So Plattsburgh having to reset here. Didn't want to get called there for the offsides. Now Anna Bourne pressed down in the corner onto the stick of Mahoney. Here's Mahoney getting fought there on that far side by Conlon. She sends it back down onto Kopech's stick. There's Norton on her, but now it comes right back out to Zwolak. Back to Kopech. Mahoney. Pressured there by Conlon. Nice defense there by Conlon. Doing everything she can to poke that one free. And she's able to win it back for the Cards. Or trying to clear the zone, can't quite do it. And that tip out in front almost worked it there. Anna Bourne and Kopech. Anna Bourne just put that one a bit high. Now Lasnik getting that one back down to Delacourt. Delacourt shot wide of Lewis's net. And now slapping that one in, trying to get anything on net there. Just couldn't happen there for Cook. Now here is Persinger, leaving that one for Brown. Brown trying to put that one in on net. Now here's Lasnik, trying to get around McLean. Nice stand there by McLean. Delacourt trying to move that one ahead. It goes right onto the blade of Facette. Facette and Prosick move it into the zone, right near that Cardinal bench. But it lands right onto the stick of Mackenzie Brown. Cortland trying to send that one in. That one just too much on it. It's coming back down for an icing. And so 11 minutes to go in this middle frame. Things still stand where they did at the end of that first. Cardinals still lead it here 1-0. Shots on goal only going up 1 in each favor. Now Cards with 10, Cortland with 5. And so a slow offensive period here through this second. We'll see if either team has a say on a change about that. And now moving down ice is Brown, but Cook just couldn't keep herself on side. And so we'll have a face-off back in the neutral zone. Down on the bench there, Cortland head coach Rick Filiguera just preaching to his team. Come on, let's move. Move the puck. Stay strong. Stay disciplined. Play like you've been playing all year. Don't let them get in your heads now. That one again sent down, so another icing will be called and face off back down into the Cortland zone. And so Molly Gorgon facing some pressure here midway through the second. But so far past that one Kiera Wall goal at the end of the first, Gorgon has been sweet through this game so far. She's been readily up for the challenge. But on that other side, so far, a perfect 5 for 5 is Chloe Lewis. And Chloe Lewis had herself a nice year this season. Sophomore out of Monson, Massachusetts. 18-6-1 her record. Allowed less than a goal a game this year with a .950 save percentage. So far as great as a year that Gorgon had, Chloe Lewis's year was just slightly better. Now fight for it. Trying to poke that one away is Olshansky, and she's able to get it to Ridgie, but Ridgie not able to send it around as she loses an edge there. Here's Norton. Norton trying to flip that one off the glass, is able to clear the zone. Now retrieving that one was Rysanen. She moves it up ahead. Here's Karakes, but a nice takeaway there by Morris. Here's Tessa Morris, far side. Trying to move in there on Drayson. Drayson, solid takeaway, but it's right back onto the stick of a Cardinal. It's Kasperzak who leaves it for Urban. Urban down the middle to Morris, but Morris just couldn't put it in, far post. Now coming away with it is Hunter. Hunter, her shot doesn't get past the legs of Norton. Now Ruge, near side, flipping that one ahead. She will elect to change. Now Cortland trying to look to come the other way. Icing will be called off. And now here's Orr far side. Orr playing that with Persinger near that the Cortland bench. Now both teams trying to poke at it. It comes away to Persinger for the Red Dragons, but she just couldn't control. Gets it to Delacourt on the near side. She sends it down. Lewis getting it onto the stick of Orr for the Cardinals. Now Plattsburgh trying to move it through this neutral zone. Just not much success so far. Here's Persinger trying to lead Mahoney with that one. But that one just a bit far out of a reach to initiate the icing call. And so just over 8 minutes to go in the second. And for these Cortland Red Dragons, still down by 1. Trying to pick up the pace. They've been trying those one-off moves, having a player straight off the bench go for a breakaway. But just the passes here this afternoon for Cortland, whether it be the stretch passes, the easy quick passes, just haven't been resonating here down in this Cardinal end. Cho able to shake the defense there. Tried to lift it ahead. Prosig, though, tied up in the neutral zone. Delacourt looking to move that one up and out. Cortland, though, can't quite get it done. Cho able to lift that one back in. But now Brown is able to put it away. Brown, the sophomore, the local kid from Peru. And that ripper from the high slot. Nothing happening there. Although a good attempt on that shot by Iwinski. Now here's McLean looking to move that one ahead. Iwinski there to control it for Cortland. She gets it up to Brown. Looks to move it ahead for Cook. But Cook, nothing happening there. Here's Urban. Right onto the stick of Dinsmore, and Dinsmore puts it right into the glove of Lewis. And so Lewis, some more shots faced here in this late second. Although she's been up for the easy challenges there in her own zone. Now a nice 7 for 7. Here's Urban. Looking for help, trying to get that one to Wall. Wall able to keep it. So back to Urban. Urban trying to push it out of the zone, able to, and gets it onto the stick of Ridgie. Ridgie has Olashansky for help. Ridgie puts the shot in on net. But Gorgon just with that one every step of the way. Now Persinger trying to move that one ahead. Fighting for it was Kramer, but couldn't come away with it. Urban up to Rugi. Rugi on this near side. Skating around Persinger. Looking to get around Delacourt. Can't quite get it done. Persinger moving that one ahead, trying to find Hunter. Kasperzak is in the middle of it. That one, Persinger put it off the helmet of Rugi. Persinger, though, still able to keep possession of this puck. Delacourt trying to send it up. Can't get it done. Rugi back down in the corner. There's Balfour on the far side. Persinger and Delacourt a bit stuck in behind their own net. Trying to push this one ahead. Finally able to move it up and out. Here's Balfour. Balfour onto the stick of Morris. Morris sends it ahead to Francis, but Francis doesn't get there first. It's Haley Hunter. Now Orr, a nice takeaway behind the net. But Persinger takes it right back. Now Cortland moving up ice with a head of steam is Karakis. But almost put that one into her own bench. Now here's Francis. Francis, though, can't control that heater. Now here come the Red Dragons. That shot off of Kopech's stick, just pushed up and out of play by Lewis. So Chloe Lewis having herself a strong afternoon. Nothing phasing her so far. And Gorgon, the only one that passed was that Cure Wall slot shot. Here's a face-off win for the Red Dragons. Cho able to get a stick on that pass. Ridgie trying to recontrol for Plattsburgh. Trying to take that one away from Annaborn. Now it's Mahoney. And Kopech to fight for it. That slapper able to keep it in. But Ryson, nothing happening there. That one just a bit far out of the reach of Kopech. Mahoney had the right idea, however. Now that one sent back down. 4 minutes to go. Here's Morris. Morris trying to fight to get that one back, but can't do it. Here's Mahoney, moving that one up ahead to Rysonen. Kasperzak the takeaway. Moving in is Kasperzak, but Gorgon able to dive in front of that one, make the stop. So Gorgon standing up to the challenge there. But what an effort by Kasperzak. Get the takeaway. Go defense to offense. Put that one in on net. Just not the shot she was looking for. Sends that around to Rugi. Here's Kasperzak back on the puck. She'll tease the blue line. Trying to move down the middle. Nice move there to get around Cook, but couldn't get any farther than that. Now here's Brown. Brown, she'll take the shot. Lasnik receives the rebound. Now on the top of the point is Dinsmore, but can't get that shot past Rugi. And now here's Rugi. Has help by Morris. Schul hold, doesn't get the shot, and Norton gets the shot. Far side, Morris tried to put in the rebound. But Gorgon, what an effort there. Molly Gorgon really putting in the work there, showing you why she won SUNYAC Tournament MVP last season. And she has been strong ever since letting in that wall goal. Now win there by Cortland. Able to just barely get it out before Forsyth sends it right back in. Persinger, though, able to clear the zone, and a slapper there by Balfour. And so now it's played around, finally out into the neutral zone. Balfour onto the stick of McLean, but McLean cannot control that pass. A bunch of Cortland Red Dragons just poking at anything they can get there. Now whiff by Persinger, gives Prosick an opportunity, but just didn't get there in time. And now here's Delacourt near side. Just Kareems that one off of the back end boards. Less than 2 to go in this middle frame. Nice move there, but nothing happening for Karakas. Just these Cortland Red Dragons unable to find help or support there down the middle. And so when one player loses it, it seemingly ends the offensive possession for them. Now a nice takeaway here by the Cardinals. Wall taken down to the ice there, pancaked. But now moving up ahead is Karakas. Down the middle, can't get a shot away. Nice defense there by Norton. In the corner. Cortland trying to make something happen here. Just over a minute to play in this second period. Norton tried to flip that one ahead to Kasperzak, but just a bit too out of her reach. Here's Norton. Norton again moving that one back down. Morris couldn't get there first. And now the other way comes Annaborn. Looking down the middle. Had Kopech, but Kopech took a spill, and so after early in the period, Plattsburgh was unsuccessful on their power play. For the first time this afternoon, we'll be seeing Cortland go to the power play, as it will be Plattsburgh's number 3, Kaysen Rugi, headed to the box for 2, called there for the trip. And for the Red Dragons this year, their power play hasn't been the best either, just 12% for them, going 8 for 66. And so we'll see here if they can change things up this afternoon. Get back onto the positive side of the power play. Before these Cardinals, this has been one of their strongest sides this year on the penalty kill. We'll see if they carry that into this postseason tournament. There's a fight for it. Balfour trying to poke that one free. Has help there from Forsyth, but it comes out to Persinger. Back onto the stick of Delacourt. Delacourt, though, can't get her shot past Wall. And so as the period comes to a close, Cortland will start the third on the power play. But for these Cardinals, able to keep that 1-0 lead that they were granted by Kiera Wall ended that first. And so the scoreline started 1-0 here in this second, and it will end 1-0. But no team really gaining any momentum in that middle frame, although Cortland at the end of that period, Rugi gave up the trip. And so Cortland ending that period on the power play. They will start the third with a little over a minute 15 left in it. But for these Cardinals, they've been able to stay in this game. Their defense has been strong, especially that top pairing of Norton and Urban. But some really great stuff happening there in net, though, for the Cardinals. Chloe Lewis, a perfect 8 for 8 in between those posts. But on the other side, for Molly Gorgon, still after letting up that one goal by way of Kiera Wall, she has looked strong too, was really pressed there, especially in the middle of that second period, but she was able to stay strong, stay with it. But for these Cardinals, it was Chloe Lewis who kept them in that period, and standing by with the Cardinals netminder down on the sidelines is our very own Michael Merced. Michael, take it away.
For Chloe Lewis, Chloe, from a viewer's perspective, it seems like the defense so far has been a brick wall, but from a player's perspective on the ice, how do you think your team is handling the heat?
Our team is doing great. Like, we're keeping them to the outside. They haven't had that many shots, and it shows on the scoreboard. And it's just awesome to be playing in this game, like, see this kind of game from our team. Like, obviously, in the first period, we were a little, like, scared, like, coming out nervous, like, kind of hard to break out of our zone. But after that period, like, we were getting the pucks out, we were getting into the net, and it was just awesome.
Thank you. We know what we know what this rivalry is with Cortland, and we know the history, especially just within the past year. Is this game personal?
Obviously. Like, this game feels so personal, just especially this year. We've only beaten them once before. They beat us twice this year, and we want to make it to the SUNYAC finals this year. We want to win a SUNYAC, especially after what happened last year.
All right, thank you so much for your time. Good luck. Well, final period is coming up next. Stay tuned, Plattsburgh. You do not want to miss this action.
There's always like a community somewhere to go to. I think of activity because we're an active campus with something always going on.
My name's Alex. I'm a business and finance major, and I went to Fox Lane High School. The moment I got here, when I was walking around campus, it just felt like home. Like, it just has that feel to it that other schools don't have.
Now looking back, I was searching for a place that felt like home, and it's not easy to describe why it felt like home here, but it did. And I had this gut feeling that this just was the place for me, and I felt happy here. So many people were invested in my success, and I wasn't used to that in my life, and this felt really good, and I felt really supported.
My name's Julia. I'm a business major, so business administration, global supply chain, management, and human resource. And I graduated from Saratoga Springs High School. I chose SUNY Plattsburgh because the School of Business was so versatile, and it allowed me to have multiple majors and multiple minors and still graduate early, if not on time with the rest of my class.
My name is Matthew Wendler. I'm a junior public relations major, and I graduated as valedictorian at Morris Central School. I chose SUNY Plattsburgh because I wanted something far away. I wanted someplace different. And when I saw Plattsburgh, it was actually the only school I signed up for. I saw it was in the Adirondacks. It had that small town feel, something I was looking for. I grew up in a rural town where there was no sidewalks or really anyone else around. And I just thought it was the perfect place. It had the railroad, the lake.
My name is Eleni Espino. I'm a chemistry major at SUNY Plattsburgh, and the high school I went to was had a Center for Science and Mathematics. So I chose SUNY Plattsburgh because, honestly, if I'm being completely honest, they gave me the best financial aid. So like my award summary for my work study, which is what I really wanted coming into like college, it was the best out of all the schools that I had applied to. So I was like, ultimately, this was the decision.
So I chose to come here from Brooklyn, and also I kind of weighed out my options with the other schools that I got accepted to, and Plattsburgh was the cheapest among them. It had a really nice and accepting campus feel, and also it was right near a Wendy's, so I was really happy about that.
My name's Xavier Brzett. I major in broadcast journalism and TV and video production. I actually transferred to SUNY Plattsburgh. I knew I wanted to do broadcast journalism, so obviously I was looking for schools that had broadcast journalism. And I did the semester at Oswego, and I was like, oh, this is not what I want to do. Like, when I found SUNY Plattsburgh, I knew a few people that went here, which was great, and it just seemed to be my type of vibe. I checked it out online, and I just applied. I didn't even come in person.
My name is Brandon Brathwaite. I'm a junior here at SUNY Plattsburgh. I'm from Calvert Memorial High School, and my major is Business Administration and Ministry of Information Systems. I chose SUNY Plattsburgh because it's a different environment. I'm from Long Island, so it's not like anything close to it. Everything's like clustered over there. There's a lot of things spread out. Everything's in walking distance.
Well, the University Police Department, it's a law enforcement agency that's on the Plattsburgh State campus. Our goal here is to patrol the campus and keep the campus community, students, faculty, keep everyone safe. We're a 24/7 police department, and we just want to create a better experience here for you guys. We have a lot of community policing programs. We create a lot of events for our community and for our students. We have bike patrol units. We have the K-9 program. We have a lot of students that take up the internship opportunity, as well as the student ambassador program that provides students the ability to get an escort home. I definitely think Plattsburgh is a safe community. That's something that we kind of strive ourselves and promote. We have a very quick response time. If there's something that did happen, I would say our response time is less than a minute, and we're able to get help for you.
Yes, I definitely do feel safe on campus. I feel like nothing really happens in Plattsburgh. Like nothing really scary happens, especially like when you're coming from somewhere where it's like a little more crime-ridden, like the city. Like it's a very different change of scenery.
My name is Zoe Rice, and I'm from Leicester, Massachusetts. I chose SUNY Plattsburgh because I was recruited here for soccer. So during the recruiting process, I came for a visit, and it was a lot different than where I'm from, which is exactly what I wanted. And so when I came here, I was looking for a school with broadcast journalism, and SUNY Plattsburgh was the only one with that.
Well, I wanted to stay in my hometown. I wanted to be able to help give back to my community. And so that kind of left a few options for me to choose from. And of those all, SUNY Plattsburgh kind of spoke out the most to me, not just because of how close it is to where I currently live, but also because of the various opportunities it offered in terms of the human services courses and majors I could take.
My name is Benjamin Sapulo. I am a music and music arts management major. I graduated from Newark Senior High School, and I transferred from Finger Lakes Community College. So I chose SUNY Plattsburgh for a couple different reasons. My main reason was for the major I went into. I had graduated from Finger Lakes Community College with an associate's degree in music recording technology, and I wasn't really sure what else I wanted to do, and I was like looking at my options. I scanned through the SUNY system, and I found that Plattsburgh had the music arts management program.
My name is Ariel Sukram, and I'm a criminal justice and law and justice major with a minor in gender and women's studies, and I graduated from the High School for Medical Professions in Canarsie High School. I chose SUNY Plattsburgh all because of the criminal justice program. I got a letter in the mail saying I got accepted, and I noticed that the criminal justice program offered a variety of classes that I was very interested in.
Hello, I'm Tim Giacchetto. I am a history/adolescent education major here at SUNY Plattsburgh, and I graduated from North Salem High School. I chose Plattsburgh for a number of reasons, but on the academic side, we do have a great education program, and I knew that education was something I'd be interested in, especially in the historical field.
My name is Logan Tolan. I am a finance and business administration major. I am from Stillwater, New York, and I recently attended Castleton University before transferring into Plattsburgh. When I was looking at schools to transfer to, there was a lot of options, and I knew I wanted to get out of my previous program, and I saw that Plattsburgh had a really good business school. My mother went here as well, so she kind of swayed me into checking it out, and once I did a little virtual tour and looked at all the programs the school offered, I think that this was home. The transfer process was really easy. The application was super simple. Once I got admitted, I moved in as soon as I possibly could.
Plattsburgh State has given me a lot over the years, and I wanted to give back, and one of those ways was through coaching. 2 stints, one was 12 years, and now I'm going into my 9th year of my 2nd stint.
Michael Rasklin, childhood education, special education in Garcia High School. My classroom experience has been very good. I started off as a journalism major, and then I switched into the childhood education program, and it was one of the best decisions I've made. The childhood education program is super welcoming, and it's just a really good overall program. It's been the best years of my life. I've met some of my closest friends. The athletics here are super competitive. We played a really good conference, all of us. So it's just a really good overall experience. If you're looking to get involved in athletics, there's plenty of different opportunities, different sports here.
So I do live in the city of Plattsburgh. Plattsburgh, I think, has really grown on me, and I've really come to appreciate this as my home, in part because there's like a little bit of everything in or around Plattsburgh. So Burlington, a little bit bigger city. It's just an hour and 15 minutes. You get a beautiful ferry ride on the way there. So I really enjoy that. There's a lot to do in Burlington. And then Montreal, which is, I think, ultimately kind of one of the great cities of the world, period, is an hour and a half away and easy to do on a day trip. So, there's great food in Montreal. There are great museums in Montreal. I'm a big live music person, so I think I saw like 9 concerts in Montreal last year, just going up and back in the same day.
Lake Champlain is an astonishing thing just to have right outside your door. Any kind of winter sports are great fun. I'm not great at winter sports, but I'm getting better. But also I love to be out in nature, and there's so many beautiful places right next door. Just to go for a walk, to go for a hike, to walk your dogs.
You have Whiteface, you have Titus, you also have Stowe Mountain in Vermont. Very good skiing up here. If you want to go hiking, you can. If you want to go whitewater rafting, you have Au Sable right over here too.
You've got the 46ers, where you can just hike all the mountains around the area, such as Whiteface and other areas. You've got Au Sable Chasm, which is a beautiful place to go. I mean, honestly, year-round, but more specifically, kind of in like the fall time, in my opinion, is a great time to go.
We have Montreal about an hour north of here, and then the beautiful Lake Placid, New York, which is honestly like, doesn't matter what time of year, there's always something going on in Lake Placid, and a nice walking downtown, and plenty to eat and do down there. My teammate from Plattsburgh Track and Field, he graduated a couple years ahead of me. He's a 3-time Winter Olympian. His name is John Daly. He grew up in Smithtown, Long Island, but he was a 3-time Winter Olympian in the sport of skeleton. So we were able to watch him in 2010, 2014, and 2018 at the Winter Games, and that was really cool. He's a heck of an athlete, and definitely proud to call him my teammate.
Plattsburgh was big enough to meet someone new every day, but small enough to run into familiar faces everywhere I went on campus.
One thing that I can tell you is SUNY Plattsburgh is the right size. And being in the right size, you can develop relationships with the students. You bump on them on the halls. When you do research with them, you actually have conversations. You know their names, which is a great thing. And also in classrooms, sometimes you can actually reach out to them, bring them to your office, and have individual conversations and learn about their stories, about their struggles, and if we can help them.
I met people from all over the world, not just New York, not just the United States, but the Caribbean and Asia. And so that was really cool to experience up here in very upstate New York. Growing up in Little Castleton, New York, just south of Albany, I graduated with 76 kids, and I felt like my transition to here was very easy. And I never saw lots of people at one time. I felt.
And here we go, folks. Third period about to get underway. The final 20 here in this first semifinal matchup of the SUNYAC tournament. Thanks for staying with us. As always, your Plattsburgh Cardinals lead the Cortland Red Dragons by a score of 1-0. But before we get you back to action here at the Ronald B, over in Oswego. They have taken the 2-goal lead headed into that second intermission over there. So third period about to start for them. And so if these two games hold as they are so far, it'll be Plattsburgh heading to Oswego for the SUNYAC Championship next weekend. But this is hockey, folks. You never know what's going to happen. Things can change quicker than you can say score in this sport. And so you never know. Maybe we have 2 upsets in the making coming here. Or if things stay the same, you'll be seeing the best rivalry in Division III hockey next weekend. But third period action getting underway here as that puck sent back down into the net of Molly Gorgon. And so for these Red Dragons, still a manageable difference, only down 1. All you need is 1 more to tie it up, 2 to win. And for these Red Dragons, that's something that they can easily come by. The challenge will be for the Cardinals just staying strong defensively, not letting the Cortland Red Dragons take advantage this late. And so Cortland starting this period off on the power play. That shot, nice job by Urban to get her skate in front of that one. And so it will still be Rugi who is in the box still for that trip. Just less than 30 seconds to go, however, on the power play. That's a good effort there by Wall and Conlon, but nothing coming from it. Wall fighting there with Drayson. Drayson trying to move ahead, leave it maybe for Mahoney. Again, nothing happening for this Cortland team. They'll make a change, so will the Plattsburgh Cardinals. And so the power play comes to a close. Rugi back out of the box. Easy glove stop for Lewis. She'll leave it for Forsyth. Some nice pressure there by the Red Dragons. Lewis might not have seen them on the back end coming down with heat. That one off Balfour. In the second attempt now, Persinger. That one goes high. Now here's Francis in the corner, fighting for it with Karakis. Now Forsyth trying to move that one ahead to Francis. Francis, though, can't get past Delacourt. So back into the hands of the Red Dragons goes the puck. They send it right back to the Cardinals, however. Now a race for it. Kasperzak gets there first. Tried to center that one for Tessa Morris, but Morris not able to receive that pass. There is Cho pressed by 2 Red Dragons. Rugi tried to get that one onto the stick of Morris, but nothing happening there. She was coming out of the box. Here's Rugi. Now Cho. Cho, her slapper. Nice effort by the diving Kopak. Cho sends that one back down. Cortland trying to move it up ice. Lasnik trying to control. Can't get there. Now here's Facette. Facette able to get around Iwinski, but just not in time. Here's Norton keeping that one in. Norton, her shot. Skips through. Now racing for that one was Rysanen. Able to go get it over to Iwinski. Now fighting for that is Cook. Facette, great effort from her. No one home to help. Now Urban will race Cook for that one. And Urban will win the race to get the icing call. So that puck coming right back down into the Cortland end. And Cortland head coach Rick Filiguera not happy with the refs here this afternoon. But now face off, won there by the Cardinals. Ridgie able to poke that one free. Looking for Olashansky. Tried the wraparound, couldn't connect. Now it's back up to Ridgie, but her one-timer just wide of Gorgon. And so Plattsburgh not letting the pressure off, still looking for some insurance here. One goal is not good enough. Here's Persinger, tried to leave it, but now a turnover. Morris, but what a heads-up stop there by Delacourt. Now in the corner, Persinger able to get it around Ruge. She'll move it up ahead to Drayson. Drayson, though, loses it. Forsythe trying to send that one around to Ruge. Here's Iwinski, her shot off the skate of Morris. Now flipping that one up was Forsythe. Ruge able to push it out of the zone. He tries to kick it away. Nothing happening there near the Plattsburgh bench. Finally, Cortland able to send it in. Here's Forsythe. Looking for help, trying to hit that one off the glass. Or getting in the way of that one. Nice use of the stick there was Caracas. Now sent around. Here's Dinsmore. Tries to send it back in. Or what a lovely centering pass, but no one there to receive it. Now here's Orr, another nice takeaway. Looking to move that one up ahead. Can't quite find the help. You, though, able to poke it away. And now here's McLean. McLean putting it through the skates of Ricenin, but no help for her there. Here's Cho up to Facette. Facette just moves that one in. Prosick giving chase. Prosick pinned against those boards by Ricenin. Facette trying to poke it out. Prosick gets taken out. Now moving up ahead is Kopech. She has Anna Bourne for help. Now it's a fight for it. Both teams trying to dig it out. Kopech and Facette both waiting. Still pinned against those boards. Finally comes out to Kopech, leaving it for Ricenin. Now again, in that near corner. Here it comes out to Zwolak, but that one's off McLean. And so Plattsburgh putting their bodies on the line here in this third and final period. Nice blocked shot attempts here for this Cardinal defense. Here's Wall. Up to Ridgie. Ridgie trying to get around Caracas. Trying to get around Delacourt now. Leaves it for Wall. That flip ahead. Persinger right to Norton. Now it's Wall. Near circle, though, loses it to Brown. Brown, though, can't quite move it up ahead. Here's Urban on it, and she will get the icing called. And so just a little under 12 minutes to go in this final period. Plattsburgh still leading the Cortland Red Dragons 1-0. Shots on goal still in favor of your Cards. They have the 4 advantage. It's 12-8. This game has really been a defensive showing. It has been time of possession, not a lot of shots on goal. But just late in that first, Kira Wall was able to find her chance, take advantage. And that's how we got to the scorecard we have this afternoon. Squeaks back out to Urban, who leaves it for Norton. Back onto Urban's stick. Cardinals trying to push that one ahead. There's Urban. Urban just flipping that one ahead. Morris trying to take that one away as she goes off for a change. A nice effort there. Now moving up ahead is Kramer. Kramer, though, nothing happening for her there. She's pressed by Forsyth. And that shot by Dinsmore off the pillow of Lewis. Excuse me, Reisenen's shot. Now Kasperzak fighting down in the corner. Now Francis tries to push it ahead and will finally clear the zone. Here's Francis fighting along with Conlon. Going up against Dinsmore now and Jocelyn Drayson. Now it's sent around the horn. Conlon trying to come away with it. Can't quite do it. Here is Drayson. Drayson, though, loses it. Taking it right back is Reisenen. Now Forsyth will give chase. Getting it back to McLean. Tried to center that one for Prosick, but Prosick lost it in the neutral zone. Prosick trying to regain possession. Has help from McLean. McLean gives it right to Delacourt. Less than 10 to go. Here's Lewis leaving it. Now Cho on the puck. Nice pass to McLean. McLean just flips that one up as she goes off for a change. Now coming the other way is Delacourt. She gets her pocket picked. Facette sends it back around. No Cardinal can get to it first. So now here's Kopech. Kopech shot out in front. Lewis thought she had that one swallowed up. But great awareness there to just get that one out of harm's way. And that flipping on Gorgon, she lets it back loose. So now Kopech will try to move through. And she takes out Rugi there. And Rugi grabbing at her wrist, so is Kopech. Both players able to get back onto their skates. Go off. Now Urban. And so Rugi now getting checked out on that Plattsburgh sideline. Hopefully nothing too seriously wrong with her. That would be a huge hit for this Cardinal team as Morris's shot. Nice stop there by Gorgon. Francis, the second effort, can't get that to fall. Now Norton, nice job there in the neutral zone to stop anything from happening down there. Cortland looking like they were going to go on the break, but Norton just stepping in the way of that one. And now Orr, nice takeaway, just sends that one down. And so now 8 to go. Orr, nice pressure on Persinger, but Persinger not able to keep it. Now here's Orr. Orr, though, taken down from behind by Kramer. Now McLean able to keep it in. Giving pressure is Conlon. McLean still able to keep it in, but Delacourt finally able to move it out of the zone. Now Karakis down the middle, taken out by Prosick, and now moving up ahead. Ella Prosick looking to get past Delacourt. Can't quite get around her. Nice defense there by Ainsley Delacourt. Down in the corner. Doesn't get past Forsyth. Forsyth, great effort there. Same thing with Prosick, but Prosick will go off for the change. Here's Balfour. Doesn't find anyone but Persinger's red jersey. Mahoney loses it. Here's Kira Wall. Has the only goal in the game so far. Can she get the second? That was a nice attempt there behind the net, but Rugi was just a stride too late. Now Rugi again getting that one down to Wall. Well, trying to center that one out in front, but Gorgon right there, cover up and stop play. And so just under 6.5 to go in this SUNYAC semifinal. And so Plattsburgh has really been putting on the offensive pressure here down in this Cortland end, looking for goal number 2. Now Kasperzak, the backhander, just over the bar. Now here's Kopek. Her shot no good. Same with Mahoney's. Now Norton trying to flip that one ahead. We'll find Rugi. Rugi, though, can't quite control. Now Norton will move it up ahead. Norton will hold her shot right into the glove of Molly Gorgon. And so as we look to the second semifinal here this afternoon, 10:53 left in that third period in Oswego. The Lakers still hold their 2-0 lead over Canton. But now Conlon, the nice face-off win for the Cards. Forsyth looking to push that one past Brown, but loses it to Kramer. Now Balfour trying to get that one back. Lasnik. Drayson. Nothing happening there in that far corner. Now Brown, her long shot pushed aside by Lewis. Lasnik behind the net. Gets that one back up to Delacourt. Back to Lasnik, but Balfour steps in the way of that one. Balfour runs into Delacourt there, and Brown to recover. Here's Lasnik right near that Plattsburgh bench, trying to move in. That one just skips past Lewis. Now here's Olshansky. Olshansky, her shot. Nice stop there by Gorgon. Was able to put that one through the legs of Rysanen, but just as the last second, Gorgon able to re-center her vision on that puck. Make that nice diving stop. Keep this score 1-0. So now Gorgon on the afternoon, 17 of 18. And back down on the Plattsburgh end, Chloe Lewis, a perfect 13 for 13. Here's Urban, slaps that one back in. Gorgon lets it go. Cook loses an edge. And now here's Kirkus. Her shot right into the glove. Nice heads up stop there by Chloe Lewis. So just under 4.5 to go in this one. Cortland have to start picking things up if they're going to want to get back into this game. If they're going to want to tie this one up at 1. And so it'll be a decision on Rick Filiguera. See when he decides, if he does decide to pull Gorgon. Get that extra skater out there on the ice. Now here's Delacourt. Whiffs on the shot. Nice pressure there by Rugi. Now Kasperzak trying to move that one ahead. Has Morris for help. Send it around. Prosic can't get there. Prosic loses it. Nice work there by Annaborn, but she just has to flip that one in. Here's Yu. Doesn't get that one past Persinger, who has been having such an amazing night here defensively. That would have been something if she was to get the game-tying goal, but Lewis able to swallow that one. Shakes her head. She knows she had it. So Chloe Lewis now 15 of 15. Face-off Lasnik and Conlon. Conlon wins that one for Plattsburgh. Francis trying to get around. And they'll get the call here. And so with 3:33 to go, the Cardinals will head back to the power play. and the last thing Rick Filigera and these Cortland Red Dragons were looking for, as it will be Megan Kramer, the senior out of Cicero, New York, headed to the box for 2. And so now these Plattsburgh Cardinals have a chance, put themselves up by 2, grab that pillow goal, that insurance, and they win the face-off to get this power play started. That shot by Norton right into the glove of Gorgon. So now Gorgon eclipses the 20 save mark. But a win there for the Red Dragons. A lot of pressure though by this Plattsburgh defense. Wall trying to get at it. Same thing with Morris. But flipping it ahead was Annaborn. Here's Lewis to play that one. Over to Norton. Puts the brakes on. Finally sends it ahead. Morris. Fighting Rysanen. Able to come away with it. Norton, her shot in on net. The backhander almost puts it in. That being May Olshansky. Now here's Wall. Tried to get around Rysanen there, but Rysanen just able to get her stick on that puck in time. But now here's Olshansky near side. Can't push it in. And so the Cardinals getting some nice opportunities here on the power play. Olshansky over to Norton. Norton back down to Wall. Wall lets that one pass. Francis on the puck. Nice pressure there, though. Now Rugi trying to fight for it, keep possession, gives it back to Francis. Less than 30 to go on the power play, less than 2 left in the game. That shot by Balfour right into the chest of Rysanen. Here's Balfour. Can't get through the neutral zone. Now Drayson looking to do something shorthanded, gives it back to Brown. And so power play null and void there for the Cardinals. And so final minute 29 back to even strength. Can Cortland tie it up here? Can Plattsburgh hold on? Both teams holding it up against those corner boards. Neither one wants the other side to get it. Finally poked out to Balfour. Balfour trying to send that one ahead, is able to get it out of the zone. Last minute of play. Here's Brown. Brown, her shot, easy stop there by Lewis. And a little bit of a scrum in there in front of the net. Drayson in there with Balfour and Forsyth. And so Chloe Lewis, the most pivotal point in her season so far, as Cortland takes a timeout. It'll be up to Chloe Lewis. Has been strong in this one so far. Can she finish the job? Because you know, you have a feeling that the goaltender is going to be out for Cortland. They're going to have the extra skater on the ice, and it's just going to be nothing but offensive pressure and shots by this Cortland Red Dragon team for the rest of this game. Even though there is only a minute left. Chloe Lewis, this minute will feel like a century for her. She just has to stay strong, be up to the challenge, get the job done like she's been able to so far this entire game. And for Kevin Hooley, he's got to be telling his defense, box up. Make sure Chloe Lewis is secure around that net. Don't let the lanes open up for these Red Dragons. Cut them off at every opportunity you have. But 53 and a half to go. shots on goal. Cards still up 4 in that department, 22-18. And now the fans coming alive here in this one. They want to see their Cards in the SUNYAC Championship next weekend. But another timeout called here. This time it will be Kevin Houle for Plattsburgh calling the timeout. But for these fans, this is what they've been waiting for since last year, when these Plattsburgh Cardinals took the loss here in the SUNYAC Championship to the Cortland Red Dragons. And so these Cardinal fans, they want some revenge, as do the players. But this time, instead of taking them out in the championship, taking them out in the first round, which would really put a damper on Cortland's attempt to try and make the Division III tournament at the end of the year. It would put a real damper on their attempts there. So now Kevin Houle able to finalize things for his defense. Make sure they're set up right. This Plattsburgh bench coming alive, as does the Ronald B here. But face-off, glove side of Chloe Lewis. It'll be Ridgie to win that one for the Cards. And so empty net here for Cortland. Nice takeaway there by Wall. Wall has no help. Pressed immediately up against those end boards. It's Mahoney and Rysanen. Trying to poke that one away is Lasnik. Now there's Diem. Moving that one ahead is Morris and Ridgie. Ridgie trying to get past, trying to look for the empty net, and Morris will put it in to end this one. And it looks like these Cardinals are headed to the SUNYAC Championship. And so just like that, after falling down in the season series 2-1, after losing the championship last year, it's Tessa Morris to close the door on these Cortland Red Dragons, get the empty netter here, and send Plattsburgh into the SUNYAC Championship next Saturday. And just what an outstanding effort from these Cardinals here this afternoon. So disciplined, so strong, just stuck to their game plan, didn't change anything. And so again, head coach Rick Filiguera going with the extra skater on the ice. Less than 20 seconds to go. That one flipped in, almost found the back of the net. Now out in front, Mahoney, swallowed up there by Lewis, and it's a scrum for it as the net comes off its stanchions, but the puck still stays in the crease. 5 seconds to go. And so Lewis here taking a spill, taking a bit of time to get back onto her skates. But this, a statement win for these Cardinals. Even though they were the higher seed, most people had Cortland winning this one coming into it. And so with Oswego still up 2-0, less than 3 minutes to go in that one, it will be your Cardinals headed out to Oswego for the SUNYAC Championship next Saturday afternoon. And now that one sent in. Lewis, another great stop to end this one. And your Plattsburgh Cardinals are headed back to the championship. This time they'll see if they can finally get over the hump, take it back here, and punch their spot in the national tournament. But what a game this one was here this afternoon. An all-around effort from this entire team. offense, defense, and Chloe Lewis in net, going a perfect 19 of 19 for the shutout here. And after the season series, where the Cardinals lost 2 out of 3 to Cortland, lost that inaugural SUNYAC championship, they come back here in this semifinal, shut the door, send Cortland back home, and these Plattsburgh Cardinals punch their ticket to the SUNYAC Tournament Championship, where if they can win that one, will automatically punch their ticket and be one of the top seeds in the Division III National Tournament. But for this one, for these Cards and head coach Kevin Houle, it was an impressive showing out here this afternoon. All around game, it was all great from defense to offense, and that's what really led to the 2 goals. Getting it started was Kira Wall at the end of that first period. That one was all that starting line. It was Ridgie able to poke it out, get it onto the stick of Oleshansky, who had the laser pass to Kira Wall out in front, able to put that home, give the Cards the 1-0 lead early. And then it was silent throughout that second period, not much offense happening. But then in the third, both teams picked up the pressure back again. And at the end of it, only had the empty net in her sights. Tessa Morris able to put it home, cap off this 2-0 victory for the Cardinals. But so now they look to next week. If that final stands in Oswego, if Oswego holds on, which we expect them to, it'll be a challenge for Plattsburgh here playing Oswego. Faced them a couple times here in the regular season, split that doubleheader. Were able to get the win the first night on January 10th, 2-0 victory, but then lost 2-0 the following night. And when they played them for the first time over in Oswego, they tied that game. And so these 2 teams basically unbreakable, and so it will all come down to next weekend in Oswego to see who will take the second ever SUNYAC Tournament Championship. Will it be the favored Lakers, or will it be these underdog Cardinals? But before we get to more of that, let's send you down ice side for the final time this afternoon. Michael Merced is standing by with Tessa Morris, who got the empty netter to close out this one. Michael, take it away.
Thank you guys so much. I am here with Tessa Morris. First of all, congratulations. You and your team are headed to the SUNYAC Championship. How does that feel?
It feels great. I think we've definitely overcome some challenges in our season, but I think we're ready to go. Energy's up, and we're excited to play whoever it is. I don't know the score of the other game yet.
So let's take us back. Obviously, defense, defense, defense. It's been the story of the game. So how much of a difference maker did that first goal make and your goal make coming into the end of the game?
Kira's goal, the first goal, definitely brought our energy up, and then just chasing after that second one the whole game. Obviously, pulled goalie at the end, just putting our bodies on the line there, and definitely my goal really secured the win for us. But
all right, thank you so much for your time. Take care. And that is all the time we have for today. We're going to send it back to Hans to sign us off.
Thank you, Michael. Great analysis and reporting down there as always. But one more time, your final here in this one, Plattsburgh 2, Cortland nothing, as Plattsburgh moves ahead to the SUNYAC Tournament Championship next weekend. But before we get out of here, got to give a big special thanks to the crew and all the people who put this production together each and every weekend, live for you on the Plattsburgh State TV YouTube page. Special shout out to John Chambers, Bruce Carlin, our EPs Chris Brano and Connor Ryan. Also a huge shout out to Gavin Fountain. Without you guys, along with our crew working so hard, we wouldn't be able to put this on without you. And so, least you can do at home, hit that subscribe button for the Plattsburgh State YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so that you are always alerted when we go live with more Cardinal sports. But thank you again so much for joining us this afternoon. For Michael Merced down on the sidelines, I'm Hans Hummerschlag. Thank you again, Plattsburgh, so much for watching, and have a great rest of your afternoon.